Sometimes we think that creativity is what an artist always lives and thrives in.
Yes.
But sometimes we also understand artists also, creativity is at a moment, or it's a spur of a moment.
Yes.
And then you'll have to use your logic, you'll have to use all your planning skills, etc., to bring that creativity into life. How does an artist balance this creative spirit and the instinct that they have with the logic and reason that they need to bring to, to kind of give some presentation to the audiences? How do you balance this, Anupama ji?
So, see, what I've always felt was that, see, if you look at the root of the word Abhinaya,
Correct.
what we are doing,
correct,
the root itself means to lead.
Hmm.
Because the word Abhi and Naya, when you say Abhi, it is face to face.
Okay.
So, like in Telugu, we say Abhimukham. That is when you face somebody.
Correct.
Naya, the root means to lead.
Okay.
So when you say Abhinaya, we are saying that you are coming face to face with somebody and you are leading them where you want them to go.
Correct.
That is the meaning of the word Abhinaya.
Beautiful.
And that is why the root Naya is only used for Nayaka, Naya. Anything to do with Naya is leadership.
Correct.
When you say Nayaka or when you say Nayika, it all stems from the word, root Naya, which means to lead.
Correct.
So somewhere ingrained within the art of Abhinaya itself is the idea of leadership. That is, you are leading somebody to believe your reality. You are leading somebody to understand things the way you are perceiving it.
Correct. Correct.
This is all leading.
Correct.
And you are, what are you doing with this? Then where does logic come? The logic comes in the translation from the thought to the visual.
Correct.
That is where the logic will primarily come.
Correct.
That is, I may be a trained dancer. My audience may not be trained. They may be interested in it, but they may not be trained. So how do I bridge that gap of understanding?
Beautiful. Yes.
Because the audience will not know this is Pataka, this is Tripataka. Tripataka means king. They will not know this.
Correct.
Now that is where the logic comes in.
Yes.
As to how do I create an image? How do I create a motif? How do I create a metaphor, an analogy, or a paradox which goes there, which goes across?
Correct.
So that is basically what you're doing when what you're doing is you're leading them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. I mean, I'd never thought of it that way at all. I mean, and now that when you're phrasing it, it makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Beautiful.
So I think as you said, the art and the logic, the art is what you're perceiving.
Correct.
What you're trying to create with the content and the context of what you have.
Correct.
The logic is in the transference.
Correct.
How do you transfer it in such a way that at least 75% people watching you can comprehend what you're doing and then enjoy what you're doing?